What's up, YouTube? This is KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. Today I got a really good OU tier match against a fellow YouTuber, Autastix, so make sure to go check him out. Link will be in the description below. But anyway, let's get on to the match. Taking a quick look at the teams, I'm using a very defensive-oriented sand team, and taking a look at his team, he doesn't have any type of weather, so that's good for me. Does have a couple of Pokemon that will benefit from setting up the sand, so I'm probably not going to want to do that too early. Crustle looks like it's his only thing that can set up Hazard, so I'm figuring he's going to lead, and ideally I want to lead with my Heatran, because that is my Stealth Rocker. It's a very bulky Heatran, more so on the special side. Gonna go ahead for the Stealth Rocks, again, not really fearing anything he can do. Now I know this Crustle, having faced him using it before, is very defensive, so gonna go ahead, switch into my Skarmory, which I know he cannot touch me, and unfortunately he does go for that Spike, so he's a little ahead of the game now. I'm figuring he's probably gonna want to go into his Magnezone and try and trap me early on, so I'm just gonna go straight for that Whirlwind. And yes, he does it, so very nice, very nice. Get rid of that, and I see that will be his first switch into me. Now here, being that he's in his Terrakion, I know he's probably choiced of some sort. I'm not seeing any type of leftovers, so he's probably going to go straight for the attack. I know I can take a close combat, no problem, and I decide just to go ahead for the Brave Bird, because I don't have too much to combat the Terrakion with. And I just want to get damage on him as soon as possible, so my Stealth Rocks, as he switches in, can wear him back down. Now this turn right here, I thought maybe he'll go for it, another attack again, but he ends up taking this time to switch into his Magnezone, trying to trap me. Either way, I didn't want to stay in. I switched out to my Gengar. If he had attacked, I would have been immune, and if he made this switch like he did right here, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Now, instead of going for the Focus Blast, being that I didn't think it would take it out, I go ahead, switch back into my Heatran. He goes for the Thunderbolt, just gonna kind of pray for no paralysis. Don't get it, so very good. And this is, again, my only attacking move is that one Fire type. The rest, I have Roar, I have Protect, and I had the Stealth Rocks. So right here, I go for the Lava Plume as he goes for the switch. So very nice. Don't quite take him out, but I get the burn. Now, I don't feel bad about it because that's the point of having Lava Plume. If I had Flamethrower, it would have taken him out. And, you know, either way, I could have protected right there and it would have taken him out. So anyway, whatever. So very nice. Terrakion taken out. And right here, I protect. Now, I was a little afraid of this because he could have gone for Dragon Dance, which would have been really bad. He also could have went for Sword Dance, which would be really bad. But he didn't, so that's good. I go into my Skarmory now. He's unboosted in any type of way. And yes, he goes for the Earthquake. So very, very good. Now, I know he probably can't do anything to take me. I was a little weary about the Brick Break, but I'm fully defensive. Live with an epic 3 HP, able to get off that Roost. So I'm feeling very safe at this point. It's probably either going to go this turn for either a stat boosting move, or he's going to switch out to something that can better deal with Skarmory. I was a little weary again that he would have went for the Magnezone, but either way, I could just go for this Whirlwind, and if he does the stat boost, no problem. If he switches into the Magnezone, no problem. Now, this isn't really that great of a matchup, so I'm going to go, knowing how much Skarmory is an issue to his team, I'm going to go ahead, switch into my Heatran, and hope for that Fire-type move. Now, again, I have nothing that can hit him back. Figuring he had Flash Fire. He goes for the Overheat. I get the Flash Fire boost, but once again, I can't do anything to him. But I'm really hoping that he is choiced, and being that he went for that move twice, he probably is. Also, having that move usually is a giveaway that it's choiced. Now, even though neither of us can touch each other, I benefit more because of the fact I'm gaining leftovers recovery the longer that he stays in. So I was pretty sure he was going to switch one of these turns soon. I'm just going to spam that Lava Plume, able with the Flash Fire boost to get a nice chunk off that Hydreigon. Unfortunately, now I'm in a bit of a conundrum. Not much can safely switch into Hydreigon. I'm also unconvinced he has yet another choiced user on his team. I protected just to scout the move, went for the Earth Power. I'm going to switch into my Skarmory here, hoping that he goes for it again. He does, so I get the safe switch. Now right here, I figure he's probably going to go for the Flamethrower, or he's going to switch out to the Magnezone. So I'm going to switch into my Heatran. In either case, get the Flash Fire boost or have the better matchup against the Magnezone. He ends up opting for the Magnezone switch, which leads me a little bit more convinced that it really could be likely that he is choiced on the Hydreigon. Either way, he could have also just been trying to get a free setup on the Skarm if I stayed in. Either way, I've got the better matchup. I go for the Protect, and this is basically just so I can get a little bit more leftovers. He could have subbed right here, which would have been really good, but I think he really did not expect that just because it was kind of risky. Anyway, I'm not going to push my luck anymore. Going to go for this Lava Plume. And right here, I don't know if he was just over-predicting that I'd go for the switch and hope to get a free sub up or what, but this really puts him in a bad spot. Lives with just a teensy-beensy sliver of health. Go for another Protect just because I don't think he's going to switch out at this point. Get just that little bit more leftovers, and then I'm just going to roar him out. So I am going to have to take one hit. Again, hopefully I don't get that paralysis because it's really important that I'm faster than the Magnezone. So don't get it. Very good. Roar him out, and he's into his Crustle. Now, again, I'm not really fearing Crustle, anything it could do to me. I don't really care if he sets up another layer of spikes. I just want him out of here. Notice also I still have not brought back in. I have not brought T-Tar in yet because I don't want the Crustle getting a special defense boost. Very good. He ends up being roared back into that Magnezone. I'm still faster because I didn't get paralyzed, and I'm going to be able to just protect A because he's not going to be able to sub up. I doubt he's going to switch out again. He's just going to let me sack his Magnezone. So everything is working out perfectly to plan. I'm going to kill off the Magnezone now with that Lava Plume. Boom. Out of here. So very good. Now that the Magnezone's gone, I'm not going to have to really worry about keeping this Heatran any longer. He's going to decide to go into his Haxorus. Now it was kind of a dangerous scenario. I didn't want to switch and give him a free boost, and since I didn't need the Heatran, I stayed in, went for the Roar in case he went for the boosting move. He ends up just killing me off. Either way, I'm able to bring in a guy nice and fresh and not have to worry about those boosts. Now, he knows I'm going to be faster. I know since I saw the Dragon Dance before, he's not Scarfed or anything like that. So he's going to switch straight to his Crustle. And again, here's where it's key that he doesn't have that special defense boost. I'm able to finish him off with 2 hits with that Dragon Pulse. So very important. He may have been able to live 3 and hit me with an X-Scissor otherwise. So very good. Now, depending on what he brings in here is going to really kind of finish off a lot of suspicions. Now, although he could be bluffing, chances are he is Scarfed. I'm going to go into my T-Tar right here to sponge any move he throws at me. He's probably going to go for the Dragon-type move. Plus, I'll finally be able to set up this Sandstream, which will just help me wear him down just that little bit more. So he goes for the Dragon Pulse, looking pretty good. I am a Scarf T-Tar, so if he goes first here, he's definitely Scarfed. Now, he doesn't quite take me out. He definitely is Scarfed, but I went for the Crunch, which doesn't do nearly as much as I would have liked. I do get the defense drop, but it doesn't really matter. My thought process there was I didn't want to go for Superpower, which would take him out for sure, but then he'd be able to bring in the Chandelier and be immune. And although it's not really an issue, I just didn't want to deal with that. So he takes out the T-Tar, but I go into the Gastrodon, which is perfect. I'm going to be able to easily take that Dragon Pulse, be able to recover off just about all the damage, and he will die to Sandstorm. Now, how this actually ended up playing out is a far better scenario for me. Basically, because if I'd killed him with the T-Tar, he would have been able to freely go into that Haxorus and set up the Dragon Dance, which is really just about the only chance left he would have of maybe getting a win. Unfortunately, though, if he had waited to bring in the Haxorus second, I would have outsped with the Latias. So he goes for really the only thing he can do and just prays to God that I do not have that Ice Beam and go for that Dragon Dance. But I have the Ice Beam, so I'm able to take him out, and it brings him into his very last Pokemon. Still don't know if it's Scarfed or Specs, but in either case, he's going to be locked into a move. He goes for that Energy Ball, which is the only move he had that could possibly maybe take me out. I do surprisingly live the Energy Ball and able to take him out with the Scald. If I hadn't lived, then I would have been able to just revenge him with another Pokemon. But in either case, it was a phenomenal battle. Autastix, you always keep me thinking so hard. I love battling you. Make sure to go check him out, guys. Really, really cool guy. Link is in the description. Also, to end off, I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed up to the KOTC Nation PMP New Jersey tournament last weekend. It was an absolute blast, had so much fun, and I really am looking forward to do it again soon. So guys, thank you for that, and I will be putting together sort of a little collaboration thing of all the video footage that I took there, as well as looking forward to seeing a lot of your guys' battles on Pokemosh Pit. So anyway, thank you for watching, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out.